Hi guys, welcome. My name's Botson and this is Botson Racing, and boy am I hyped. Currently this is Monday evening of recording this, and I'm just doing some selections, some tips, my nap and next best for the day one. I'll be doing one video per day for each of the races and days of festival at Cheltenham. So let's kick it off with the Supreme, and the top two in the market are Constitution Hill and DYSART Dynamo. Two horses that deserve to be the top of the market, I think. Both pretty much the same odds. I do fancy DYSART over Constitution Hill, but it's the weather of who's got the best potential. But if you look at the track record of the Supreme, horses that do sort of run in the Tolworth or win the Tolworth don't really seem to go on to win the Supreme. And obviously Constitution won the Tolworth, but however, both runs Constitution Hill won were pretty emphatic, beating Jetoile by 12 lengths or so. So yeah, really good run by Constitution Hill, but I do have to fancy DYSART Dynamo. Just fancy Mullen's horses, and I think he's got more potential than Constitution Hill. But yeah, it's one of those, you just got to see on the day who's got the most potential. But yeah, Mullins for me. Moving on to Yarkle. And we've got the head of the market is Edward Stone from the Alden and King Yard. Worthy favourite, I think. I think he's quite clear of the rest of the field. And he should win this race. However, I will go against Edward Stone, and I will go with Riviere de Tel. I think this horse looked pretty good last time out running at Punchestown at the Dublin Racing Festival. Came second to Blue Lord, who is third favourite, but if she tidy ups her jumping, I definitely think she will run better. She'll improve. She also has that £5, weight handicap for being a mare, and I think she definitely will improve on that previous run. She looked like the definite winner last time. If she can improve her jumping again, I think she'll run well. Another one to keep an eye on is Magic Days at 14-1 currently. You get her each way. I think you can get 4 places on this with Sky. I'm sure some other bookmakers are doing that as well. But Magic Days at 14-1, I think currently is a good bet. She finished second in the Mares and Novices Hurdle last year at Cheltenham, and she's had couple promising runs, but last time out her jumping just wasn't that good. She's obviously a mare again, so she does gain that £5 as well. Which is obviously a good thing, and I think this trip is definitely her trip. She just needs to improve her jumping, and she's one of the bigger prices that I do seem to like. So moving on to the Ultima. The Ultima is an interesting one. Obviously tends to be more British winners, so you're looking for some horse that is British trained, and is between 7 and 10 years old. If you forget about Vintage Calves last year, I will have to side with Does He Know. 2 wins out of 3 runs, going over hurdles into a handicap now. I think this is a solid mark of 152. It looks like an easy race for him, really. I mean, off a mark of 152, I think he easily beats this lot. I think this is definitely a horse you've got a lump on. A bit of a drift at the moment in the market. It was 7-1, now up to about 10s or 11s you can even get him at. But yeah, I think definitely at 10-1, he's the one I'll be all over. Another one of big prices, if I just scroll down, another one of big prices I did like is Foxy Jacks. You can get him at 50-1. I think this is a steal of a price. I don't want to back him just yet, just in case of him drifting out. So I'm going to wait during the morning, just in case, so I can get bog. But yeah, a big price. I think Foxy Jacks can run a good run. And Jonathan Moore's on board, and off a mark of 145. Hasn't won in a while, so it's off a winnable mark. And I think a big price, he can probably get a place. I think Sky are paying 7 places, most bookies are paying 6. So yeah, I mean, top 6 isn't out of a question. I think Foxy Jacks could run a big race. So moving on to the main race of the day is the Champion Hurdle, and not really much to say about this race other than Honeysuckle is going to win. She's going to win her second title of the Champion Hurdle, and I don't see her losing. 14 from 14. What's not to like about it, really? One at a big price is ZANAHYR. I think we've got to mention at 25 to 1. You can get him at each way. Couple of good runs, second behind Sharjah. Obviously, the horse that came second to Honeysuckle last year. I think a big price, you can get a good value on ZANAHYR to place. I think I will be on that in the morning if there's a good offer at the moment. But yeah, ZANAHYR is a good one to look at, and watching the market is always a keen thing as well. So that's the Champion Hurdle. Moving on to the 410 is the Mares Hurdle. Currently I have TELMESOMETHINGGIRL at 14 to 1 anti-post. She's now currently 10 to 3, 3 to 1 with most bookies. Yeah, she's a horse that hasn't won yet, but as I said, the form doesn't look well. But if you go back and watch her previous run, she was held up throughout the whole race. Come round 2 out, she made it move. Coming to approaching the last, she looked pretty good. She quickened up very nicely, and I think the fact that Royal Carl is not in the race and the way she sort of quickened up nicely, and I know she didn't win the race, but she just looked a lot better. And obviously she won the Novice Hurdle last year, so I think she definitely is worthy favourite at 3 to 1, and she'd be my pick. Echoes and Rain is one I like to mention each way. That is definitely the one I'd say for if you want to go each way punt, if you don't like TELMESOMETHINGGIRL. Obviously she had 2 entries. She had the County Hurdle and this, and everybody wanted her to go to the County Hurdle, but I think at 8 to 1, I think currently you can get her at, is good value. She's got a chance definitely of winning, and if the ground stays a bit soft, I think she'll love it. So hoping for no rain. I think currently the weather's fine though, so yeah. So that's the Mares Hurdle. Now the Boodles. Boodles is an interesting one. Obviously the favourite at the moment is Gaelic Warrior, and that's been heavily punted in, anti-post and just in general really. You could get him at 5 to 1, and now he's pretty much 2 to 1 for the Boodles. And I don't think I would touch a Boodles runner at 2 to 1. Yes, he's off a very good mark of 129, and if you go look through his French form, I mean, the form just reads really well. The last run he came 3rd, and then the 2 horses that run in that race that came 1st and 2nd go on to run in Group 1s. One came 2nd, I think one pulled up, but then the one that pulled up, I think, came 1st or 2nd in a Grade 2 over there in France. So it reads pretty well. And off a mark of 129, I think Gaelic Warrior will run pretty well. I think a lot of punters will have him, but I will not be backing him at those prices. I don't think there's any value, especially in a big handicap like this. I don't think you can trust the Mullins enough in these big handicaps. So I will go with a bigger price. One I think that's going to give Gaelic Warrior big danger is Champion Green. You can currently get him at 12 to 1. With most bookies. Rachel Blackmore's on board. Had headpieces on last time, won pretty well. I gave him a mark of 125. So good rating, nearly level weights with Gaelic Warrior. I think will run pretty well. There's another one I do like, and that is LX1. You can get 33s, I think, currently from the Paul Nicholls yard. It's first ever run actually for Paul Nicholls. It's a flat horse, but it's had 3 runs over the hurdles and just keeps improving. Really does look a nice horse, this one. 2 wins from 3. Harry Cobden on board. Paul Nicholls has won this race the most. I think he's won this race 3 times, 10 places, so 33s with Harry Cobden on board. I'll be taking that all day, so that's one to mention for sure. And then the final race of the day is obviously the National Hunt. It's a pretty poor renewal of the race, having only 6 runners in it. The market principles are Run Wild Fred and Stattler, and obviously you've got Vanillier there at 3rd, in the 3rd favourite. I think you just got to go with Stattler in this race. Again, another Mullins horse, but I don't think I liked Run Wild Fred's last run. I don't know what went wrong. I remember watching the race and Fury Road just seemed to cruise past Run Wild Fred. I don't know what sort of went wrong in that sort of race, but it sort of put me off Run Wild Fred. And then I was looking, well, who's going to win this race? Where's the value? That has to be with Stattler. Stattler will win this race, and I think that's one of the naps. That's definitely up there. Another big price is Braeside. I mean, again, just because there's 6 runners, there's no real value. I did have this each way for 3 places now, but I don't know if I will get 3 places. But yeah, if there is enhanced places, which I doubt there will be, looking at Braeside to get top 3 is definitely something I could see. But yeah, I'll just go for just a win market here, and Stattler would be the one for me at 5-2. So yeah, those are my tips, those are my selections for day 1. Hopefully we can get a couple winners, and I'll be screaming home, "Tell me something, girl," with Rachel Blackmore. See you guys in day 2.